Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, and we have some news about Zak Smith. And no, it's not the video that's on was it Jeff's Gameblog? I have not spent the 3.5 hours viewing or watching that turd pile of shit. I don't have it in me. Maybe I'll try at some point when I can't sleep. I'm assuming it'll put me to sleep pretty quickly. But no, this is Zak Smith's lawsuit against Gen Con. Well, Gen Con and Peter Adkison and Peter Atkinson's wife. So, what do we actually have here? According to Reason.com, I will include a link to this and the actual court document as a pinned comment. But Dungeons and defamation. Role playing game convention libel case can go forward. And I like this little comment. Good thing Zak Smith had lawyer characters with 18 tort law acumen. People, I don't really know what that would mean, but in any case, it's kind of cute. So, in Smith versus Gen Con LLC, the court allowed plaintiff's defamation claim to go forward. This is on appeal, by the way. This was appealed. The initial court threw it out, and Zak appealed. Now, I'm not going to go into who Zak is. Zak is an artist, yada, yada, yada. What is Gen Con? Gen Con is the largest and longest running tabletop RPG, whatever. In February 2019, Smith's estranged wife or girlfriend, common law, I guess, Smith's estranged wife published a Facebook post accusing Smith of sexual assault during their marriage. Smith alleges, and we must assume for purposes of this appeal, that these accusations are false. Shortly after Smith's wife made the post, Adkison published a statement on Gen Con's website. At Gen Con, we have a policy of not disclosing the names of individuals who have been sanctioned or banned from our events. However, our statements regarding a recent ban have caused confusion and, more importantly, made people feel that Gen Con doesn't care about attendee safety. To clarify, I want to state that Zak S has been banned from Gen Con and that we flat out don't tolerate harassers or abusers in our community or at our convention. Now, I would say that this is probably where I'm not a lawyer, but the lawyers I've spoken to think that Peter might have stepped in. Atkinson published a post linking to the statement on his personal Facebook page, saying, in response to the recent outcry against Zak Smith, I've posted an open letter on the Gen Con website, uninviting him to Gen Con. In response to a comment on the post characterizing Gen Con's statement as lacking due process, Atkinson stated, there was due process. Now, what is due process defined as? I guess it depends on the jurisdiction, but I don't believe that Gen Con can deal with due process. Due diligence, maybe. Due process, no. That's why it took us so long to come around. There were many people abused by Zak. The evidence was overwhelming. So are they a court? I don't need a court process to uninvite an abuser to my party. Gen Con also linked to the statement on his Twitter account in a tweet saying, last week we made a statement regarding our stance on abuse and harassment in gaming. Many of you told us it wasn't clear enough and we need to take a firmer stand. We heard you and we want to be clear. Zak Smith is banned from entertaining, from attending. And that was an issue because then Zak got banned elsewhere, right? Drive through James Raggy, Lamentations of the Flame Princess, had basically a choice: stay on drive through and ditch Zak, or keep Zak and lose access to drive through. Zak got ditched. Zak Smith lost substantial income, suffering damage to his reputation and suffering emotional distress. So, we're going to slide down because what happened here is that a statement is defamatory per se if it exposes a living person to hatred, contempt, ridicule, or obloquy. No effing clue, folks. That's a Gygaxian word. Or to deprive him of the benefit of public confidence or social intercourse. Or two, injures him in his business, trade, profession, or office. The imputation of a criminal offense involving moral turpitude, and that's the allegation that Zak committed a crime. If a statement deals with the rather vague areas of public confidence, injury to the business, etc., then whether it is a defamation per se should likely be a question of fact for the jury. We concluded the court erred by dismissing Smith's defamation per se claim. The court concluded that the statements at issue were not extreme or severe enough to constitute defamation per se, and that Smith failed to adequately allege causation. But the statements may have injured Smith in his business and may have imputed a crime involving moral turpitude to him. The court therefore erred by determining, as a matter of law, the statements were not defamatory per se. Moreover, the court erred by finding that Smith failed to allege the statements caused damage, because if a statement is defamatory per se, damages need not be proved. The court erred by dismissing Smith's defamation per se claim. For similar reasons, the court concluded that the plaintiff's false light and interference with business expectancy claim could go forward. So, what does it mean? Well, it means that Zak will get his day in court. It's going to be interesting. And yes, now I'm going to bring up the Zak Smith court case. We're going to be asked about other cases. What's going on with the Gygax will? It's still going through the whole process in the court system. Don't hold your breath on that one. What's going on with the Wizards of the Coast TSR lawsuit? It's going through the courts. Probably a little bit less than a year and a half from now. Maybe we'll see a resolution on that if they don't actually come to terms before then. These things take time. It all moves slowly. But that is the update with Zak. He was initially denied, and his filing was thrown out at the lower court upon appeal. Some of his actions have been found to be, strong enough that they could proceed, or at least legal enough they could proceed. So, folks, again, I'll leave these as a pinned comment, the link to this, and a link to this. Oh, didn't change the screen, did it? Well, ain't that a kick in the butt? Let's try it again. Stop to share screen. Share a new screen. And that's what we got to look forward to. So I will include links to both the article and the actual paperwork from yesterday, the 11th, from the Court of Appeals, Division 1, State of Washington. And any lawyers that like to chime in, please do. I would like to hear from the actual legal eagles out there. It makes it more exciting. Folks, we are still in the midst of the world of COVID. All right, maybe we're getting near the end of it. Use your common sense. All right, I'm not going to ask you for anything beyond using your common sense. Be safe. Be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll them well. I will be back again tomorrow with Talking Crit, myself, Bad Mike. No special guest. We've got too many events going on in the past week. We got stuff to talk about. Apotheosis Studios with Jameson. We have Zak Smith. We have other going on that are recent, right? Like maybe we'll talk about the Vince Florio apology. We have too much on our plate and not enough time to get to it. So tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, Talking Crit. Join us and get us closer to 1,500 subscribers. 1,500 subscribers. We got at least $250 in drive-through gift certificates to put into your hands. Looking forward to doing so. All right, folks. On that note, I am out of here. Be good.